Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Visual Impression. On my previous video, I created a video regarding D500 buttons and functions. On that video, I explained what are the buttons are called and what are their uses. On this video, I am planning to explain all the settings here on the top LCD screen are usually visible when the device is on or off, so that it will be easier for you to recognize what are the settings and functions are currently on your screen when you are capturing an image. So that will be helpful for you decide to either maximize or minimize or increase or decrease the settings. So let's get started. Alright, so guys, when the camera is off, you can see there are two things are visible here. One, it is written 3.1 and above it is written K, and just above that it is written HD. That means your SD card which is inserted to your device, that will be displayed here. Or if you are using an XQD card instead of SD card, the XQD option will be visible here. So it denotes what is the card type you are using. Even your camera is off, it is visible here. Also 3.1K means 3100 images you can capture with your existing memory. So if you are using 128GB card or 64GB card, based on your available free space and based on your selection, that means if you are capturing with RAW or JPEG, according to that it will show what are the maximum number of images you can capture. So these two things are visible when your camera is off. So when you turn it on, some more features and functions will be visible here. So we will go through one by one and discuss what are those options are. So first thing here, you can see there is a dot and above that there are circles and a square. So that is metering option. So by selecting the more button and dial with your front or main or sub command dial, you can change that setting to spot metering or matrix metering or other metering options. Near to that it is written M, that means it is on manual mode. So if you want to shoot in shutter priority mode or aperture priority mode, those you can change, and according to that this setting will be changed. Next to it, it is on 250. 250 means it will be increasing or decreasing by rotating the main command dial. That means it is 1 by 400 or 1 by 500 or 1 by 640, like that. It is that much of divided by 1. So this is the shutter speed. It is written here at the top. So when you rotate your main command dial anti-clockwise, it will increase, or if you rotate the main command dial clockwise, it will decrease. So according to that you can select your setting as per your need. So near to shutter speed, it is written f2.5, that means it is aperture. So by rotating the sub command dial which is at the front, you can change that setting. So by that you can see it is changing to f2, and it is the maximum of my what is the lens I am currently using. It is 50mm f1.8. so it is the maximum can open is 1.8. so this is the maximum aperture, and if you rotate it again clockwise, you can change the aperture setting like that. It will be visible here like that. Below that it is written 0, it is blinking. You can see here it is 0, and there is plus and there is minus, and the scale is towards the minus, entire negative, and due to I am here in the dark room, so that it is showing the exposure to the very dark, and my lens cap is also on. If I remove the lens cap and try to capture some image, and there I can see the scale will automatically decrease towards the 0. So that means it is the exposure meter. So when you are capturing a subject, you must have to be at the nearer to 0, so that your image will not be underexposed or overexposed. If the meter will be towards plus, that means your image will be overexposed, and if your meter will be towards negative, that means your image will be underexposed. With all about all these options, I will discuss on my another video, in which I will share with you all the information about taking pictures with perfect exposure and all. And this is the short description of this setting, so I'm just sharing that with you. and here it is written fine. That means the image mode is selected to fine. That means it is capturing JPG images with fine setting, that you can change using your mode and selecting your quality. And in the quality, if you rotate the main command dial, you can change it to normal, then basic, and TIFF, then raw, fine, like that. Everything you can set as per your, and you if you notice, according to your selection, here the number is changing. Notice here it is 1000. If you shoot in normal, it will be 1100. If you choose basic, it will be 1200, and if you are shooting with fine, then it will be 3000. So as per your setting, your space will be occupied according to that, because image file will get heavier. And with that, you can see it is written ISO. That means ISO is a function which we can change. Means if I press the ISO button and sub command dial, if I rotate the sub command dial, I can choose between auto ISO or manual ISO. So this is auto, this is manual. So if I'll choose auto ISO, then camera will decide how much ISO I will need. But if I'll choose the manual ISO, I can change the ISO by pressing the pressing the ISO button and main command dial. I can increase or decrease the ISO as per my need. Here it is written AFC. That means it is continuous autofocus. This autofocus systems are very much required when you are capturing sports or action or birds in flight. So this continuous autofocus will be helpful specifically when birds are flying and or bikes are or any sports person is running. So if you want to capture the accurate focused image, then continuous autofocus will be helpful. Otherwise, you can select other autofocus system by pressing the autofocus button, and if you are choosing currently I'm choosing the group autofocus, that you can change by rotating the sub command dial, auto or group autofocus or 3D autofocus. Those things you can select. And autofocus continuous, also autofocus single autofocus, then continuous autofocus, like that you can also choose. So this group autofocus also very helpful when you are capturing birds in flight. So on another video, I will try to explain what are the best settings for birds in flight. So on that video, we will discuss about that. For now, we will stick to this screen. So here it is written WB, that means white balance. Here white balance is selected as 00. That means it is a default white balance what I am using now. You can change your white balance setting in two ways. One is using your white balance button here and rotate your command dial so that you can choose the white balance you need. Also, you can change the white balance to cloudy or sunlight, or like that you can select your white balance as well. Or you can change your white balance in the Lightroom or Photoshop, wherever you are using. So you can choose your white balance according to your need. So and here it is written HD. I told you already, as per your card, it will display here. If you are using XQD card, the XQD option will be visible here. Near to that, it is a battery. So how much battery you left, that signal will be visible here. So these are all options which are visible here on this screen. So it will be easier for you now to select whatever the settings you want. For example, if you want to shoot in manual mode and you want to see what are the shutter speed, ISO, aperture, and autofocus system, and so RAW or JPEG, whatever functions you need, you can at one glance you can see it here rather than going to the main display. Because every time if you will go to the main display, it will be difficult, because you are capturing an image and you have to go to the display and see the setting. Also, it will consume more power. So this will be helpful. And if you are using this screen as your reference, then it will be easier and more time consuming rather than going to the main display and see the settings. So I hope this video is helpful for you, and put on the comment box if you like to know more about this screen, and if you have any doubts, or if you have any suggestions also, you can put on the comment box. And if you like this video, please like this one, and please share with your friends and other who are using DSLR cameras. And also, if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe. on my next video I will show the menu and custom menu settings in the D500, and on following videos I am planning to create videos for best settings for bird photography, or best settings for wildlife photography as well. So stay tuned for my upcoming videos. Thank you for watching this episode.